Hey guys, welcome back to Wentworth Life, the YouTube channel that talks all things Wentworth. If you're new to the channel, then hit that subscribe button right now. All my social media links are underneath this video, and if you stick around until the end of the video, I will be responding to some of your comments from my previous videos. So guys, I'm back again today with some more Wentworth news and gossip. And what I want to start off with today is Internet Movie Database. So anyone who doesn't know what the Internet Movie Database is, it's basically a huge website that has been around for donkey's years, and it has official information on all movies and TV shows. Now, I have frequently used Internet Movie Database on a lot of my videos over the years, and today I was having a look around to see if there were any new updates on there, and I came across a few things. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to share my screen, and we are going to have a little look through this together. Right then, so we're onto the Internet Movie Database, and we're just gonna pop in Wentworth. Right then, and then what we're going to do is we're gonna go down to episode guide. As you can see, it's got the 100 there now. It didn't have that before. So then, so we're on season 8 here. Let's go to, so they've got it down as season 9. Obviously it is officially season 8 part 2, but obviously they just have single numbers on the Internet Movie Database, so it's down as 9. But I know a lot of people are calling this season 9, and there's nothing wrong with that, guys. There is nothing in the law saying that you can't call it season 9. So if you want to call it season 9, call it season 9. If you want to call it season 8 part 2, call it season 8 part 2. I keep like bouncing between the both, so it really doesn't matter, guys, okay? So we've got one step ahead. So basically we've got the two titles here. So we've got for episode 1, One Step Ahead, and episode 2, Funeral Mass. Now remember when we read those German articles? Well, this is what the episode titles were as well. So what I'm thinking now is that when they told us what was gonna happen, well, they basically gave us a preview, didn't they, for episode 1 and episode 2, and it gave away that massive spoiler that Reb Keane was going to die or get murdered in the first episode with using the same episode titles. So I think the Reb Keane spoiler is true. So we're going to quickly click on to One Step Ahead, and as we can see, there's already a small description of what's going to happen. So we've got Ali recovers from her brutal attack as Anne drives the staff to breaking point with her methods, while Joan's trial nears its end and Lou wants to fight for the position of top dog. Wow. So I'm going to actually talk about this after we finish looking through the Internet Movie Database, okay guys? Because things are starting to click into place for me. I've got a bit of a good idea of what's going to happen here now, and it is going to involve Reb's death, and after watching the trailer as well, things are clicking into place. So anyway, so we've got One Step Ahead, and we've got top cast here, and so let's have a look. So we've got Rita's back in episode 1, so I am well happy. We've got all our characters here, and let's have a look. We've got Tina Burstall as Eve Wilder. Now, I'm not 100% sure if she is going to be arriving in the very first episode, because usually with the Internet Movie Database, whenever there's new characters coming into the show, they tend to just stick them on for the full season, and then if they don't arrive until, say, episode 5, they will edit as the episodes are aired each week. If you remember, guys, Sheila last year, I think on this website, they thought that she was coming in episode 5, and every week when Sheila didn't arrive, they kept changing it then to the following week, and then the following week, and then eventually Sheila arrived in episode 9. So that's the only qualm about new characters coming into it. They just tend to shove them on, and they edit it then as the episodes air. But as you can see, we've got all our usual characters. We've got Zaina. Now, I think Zaina was that new character that was brought into it last season. So, you know, the really good-looking chick with long, dark hair. I think she was a little bit of a Costa, you know, replacement. But, yeah, so she is back as well. What I like to do as well is I like to have a little browse around, and let me just see, because I tend to look at this with my phone. So if I click on cast and crew, a second. Now, is this just for this episode? One step ahead? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so the reason why I'm showing you this page and I'm scrolling down is when we flick through some of these episodes now in this video, we're going to be keeping an eye on Stunt. Because in every episode, at least for this season, there is a stunt coordinator and a safety supervisor for every episode. I'm not sure whether if that is just standard for a TV show, or a TV show like Wentworth at least, but there are some interesting things as we go on up the episodes. So that is episode 1, titled One Step Ahead. Okay, and we're going to talk about this little episode description in a little bit. So let's just move on to episode 2. So episode 2 is called Funeral Mass. Now this was also in the German TV guide. And of course, this is the episode where we learned that Reb Keen had been murdered in the previous episode. And Lou apparently finds out who killed Reb. So let's have a look. So we've got like an extra here as an officer. We've still got Sheila in episode 2. Of course, we're going to see Eve Wilder in every episode because they don't know, obviously, if they haven't been given the correct information as to what episode she's going to be arriving in. So whenever you see Eve Wilder, just ignore that for now. So what I found interesting here is when I went over to cast and crew, I go down to stunts, and we have a stunt performer, and it is the same guy who is credited as an officer in the cast. This guy here, Jai Hawley. So there's going to be some sort of stunt in episode 2. So let's move over to episode 3, and this is what I found interesting as well. So there's no more episode titles, at least not for this one, and there are 2 photos for this episode. So let's have a look. So we've got Judy being dragged away by Linda Miles and another officer. So what on earth is going on there? And we've also got Vera, Jake, and Miles. They look like they're in some sort of staff meeting. I'm thinking maybe something huge happened in the last episode, and maybe Anne Reynolds and Will Jackson are addressing the staff to be on their guard. I'm not entirely sure. But as you can see down here, it's got Kate Atkinson, Jackie Brennan, and Bernard Curry in episode 9.3. So 2 photos there from the 3rd episode. Not sure what's happening with Judy. Hopefully she's getting her just desserts, but she looks like she's going a little bit crazy this season. So let's go back out of photos. Oh, let's just go back and back again. Right then. So I have actually pre-looked through some of this, and we've got a couple of extra. So I've spoken about some of these before, because the thing is with Internet Movie Database, things don't get added all at once. Things drip feed through when the show gets closer to its air date. So as you can see here, we got Catherine Tonkin as Jackie Wyatt. She has been listed on here for a couple of months now because it was mentioned in one of my previous videos. Not sure who she's going to be playing. I think I did find her Instagram profile. And we've got Caroline Bock, or Beck, sorry guys, my eyesight isn't the best. Caroline Bock. Okay, so we've got, so this is the detective who I think was investigating the Joan Ferguson escape thing. And we've got Ian Blease as Detective Collins. Let me just quickly have a quick look at his photo. Yes, so the 2 police officers that were investigating Joan Ferguson way back in season 5 and season 6 when she escaped. These two are back for this episode as well. I think Vera, Jake and Will might be a little bit worried in this episode. On to episode 4 now, and it's actually got the title Last Stretch. Now, if you guys remember, there was that, that title leak a couple of years ago for season 8 part 1 and part 2. Now, a lot of the episodes last year, they did get changed last minute, but they did keep 2 original titles, and I think they were Resurrection and Goldfish part 2, but they did change the rest of the season titles. So I got a feeling this is one of the original ones that was in my early video, so this is one that probably going to be keeping because it's still on Internet Movie Database. I wonder what Last Stretch means. I got a feeling it might have something to do with Judy Bryant or Ruby Mitchell. So let's quickly scroll down and let's see. So we've got so the NSO agent is back. So this might confirm that this is going to be a big Judy Bryant episode. And we got Dr. Vince who's back. I think he features in one of my previous videos. So let's quickly go over to episode 5. Now, I'm going to be honest, guys. A lot of the rest of these episodes isn't much more information, it's just the generic cast. But something I forgot to mention. Have you noticed somebody is missing from this cast? Reb Keane. Reb Keane doesn't feature on the cast after episode 1. It's only episode 1 Reb Keane is going to feature in, guys. So the Reb Keane spoiler is looking like it is true. And I think the reason for that is the German article, when they released those spoilers, I mean, don't forget guys, Foxtel were really pissed off with them. It's not just with the fact that they were threatening to release it before them, but the fact that they did release a major spoiler. So let's quickly jump through to the next couple of episodes. Now, I don't want to really go too much into the rest of these. I'm just going to quickly flick through because I've already been on these this morning, but I just wanted to make sure I don't miss anything. So a lot of these are just the generic casts. So let's go to episode 8. Let's look. So here we've got Detective Levy. Not sure who he is. Maybe there's going to be another murder. I'm not too sure. Now let's go to the next episode, episode 9. And this one again is the generic cast. Now don't forget guys, a lot of information gets drip fed to the Internet Movie Database as the show gets closer, so I'm going to be keeping a constant eye on this website to see what more information gets released. So I'm just going to quickly get to the final episode now, and this makes me really sad. Look, October the 26th, 2021 is going to be the final episode, and it makes me feel really sad. I don't even want to think about it. However, October, I mean, we're in July now, and October is such a long way away, so I think we just need to make the most of it while we still have it. Now, go into this cast, let's have a look. So we got Detective Puzo and we got Jared Booker. Now, I have spoken about these two in a previous video, so these guys have been on the Internet Movie Database for a couple of months now. But what was really exciting, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the cast and crew. And let's scroll down, and this is what got me very excited this morning. We have a stunt double of Lou Kelly, played by Zia Kelly, which is really cool. So the actress's name shares the same surname as the character's name of Lou Kelly. So let's quickly go over and let's see. And this is going to be Lou Kelly's stunt double in the final episode. And guys, I'm not even joking. This is really good news actually for Lou Kelly fans. Michelle, if you're watching, I know you're going to be over the moon, because this confirms that Lou Kelly is going to make it to the final episode. So she's going to survive at least until that episode. So we'll just have to wait and see what's going on. I'm wondering why she needs a stunt double. Obviously, it's going to be absolutely flipping huge. Now, we know that Rita Connors has a stunt double because we've seen the photos of Rita standing next to a stunt double with Lou Kelly, but I didn't realize that Lou Kelly was going to be getting her own stunt double, and I'm very excited. So Zia Kelly is known for her work on Upgrade, Mortal Kombat and Preacher, and she's a stunt double and an actress. And guys, I've already tried to see if I can find her on Instagram, but there isn't anything that I can find. So I'm gonna have a bit of a better look around, so if I find any more information on Zia Kelly, I will update you immediately. But wow, they've officially put it in, stunt double Lou Kelly for the final episode. It's gonna be insane, guys, absolutely insane. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing the screen now and we're gonna talk about a few things. Right then, so some interesting finds there, but I do want to talk about this. Ali recovers from a brutal attack as Anne drives the staff to breaking point with her methods. While Joan's trial nears its end, Lou wants to fight for the position of top dog. So after seeing the trailer a few days ago, and after finding out about the Reb spoiler, and now after reading this, things are starting to fall into place, at least just for this first episode. So the fact that it says that Anne drives her staff to breaking point with her methods, this is definitely aimed at Anne beating Judy in the boiler room with Linda Miles watching. As I said in my previous video, I think Judy is then going to run at Lou in the yard and try to attack her but fail. I then think Lou will make Judy feel so small in front of the women and everyone's going to laugh at Judy, and this is going to really piss Judy off some more. We then have Lou wanting to fight for the position of top dog. Now last season Lou said top dog was a mugs game, so something has happened to change her mind. Now I'm wondering whether if Anne Reynolds is going to force Lou to become top dog in her sick and twisted game, rather than Lou actually wanting the position. Anne Reynolds is given the green light for Reb's operation, so Anne does have Lou on a piece of string for the moment, because Lou will do anything to help Reb get his surgery, and even though Anne has given the green light, all she has to do is click her fingers and that can be taken away. So Lou has to play Anne's game for the moment. Now this is why I feel everything is going to backfire spectacularly, because there's definitely going to be some huge fight scene when Lou goes for the bid of top dog. Not only that, but Ali recovers from her brutal attack, so Ali's crew are going to be after blood because Ali is going to think that it was Lou Kelly who attacked her. So this huge fight is going to kick off in this first episode when Lou makes her top dog bid, and I mean it's going to be carnage. But as a result of this, Reb is going to be murdered. Now, I don't think Reb is going to get killed because of the top dog war. I believe it's going to be Judy. I reckon Judy will kill Reb in revenge for lagging to Anne and then getting a beating, and then because Lou belittles Judy in the yard, and I think this is Judy's way of lashing out because we know how dangerous she can be. And basically this is the one thing that will hurt Lou the most, and that is to kill Reb. But I then think that Lou is going to be thinking that it has something to do with Ali's crew after the big fight happened. But I also have a bad feeling that Lou is going to end up thinking that it was probably Sheila who killed Reb, because I totally forgot to mention that Sheila only appeared on the Internet Movie Database for the first 2 episodes. And I have a feeling that Lou is going to kill Sheila in episode 2. I mean, Lou isn't going to be thinking clearly after the death of Reb. Lou is basically just going to lose her shit, and she don't care anymore. She is going to beat whoever she likes, and she's going to chop off as many fingers as she wants to. It's going to be brutal. Actually, thinking even more about this, if Sheila's final episode is episode 2, and the episode title is called Funeral Mass, this could be a foreshadowing over something much, much bigger. Because Reb was going to be a fake witness and tell the police that Sheila wasn't the one who mass murdered everyone at that retreat. So with Reb now dead, Sheila's freedom has been taken away, and Sheila might actually lose her own shit. I might actually say or do something that will send Lou over the edge at the wrong moment. Funeral Mass is definitely an interesting title, and I think there's definitely going to be another death in episode 2, and like I said, I just have a very strong feeling it's going to be Sheila. I'm wondering whether if Lou will be allowed to go to Reb's funeral. Tell you what guys, it's going to be very heartbreaking to watch. But let's talk about the Lou Kelly stunt double. So in this photo, as we can see, there is definitely a stunt double for Rita, but we don't see one for Lou Kelly. So this was a very big surprise for me, and I read this on the Internet Movie Database today. The good thing about this is that Lou Kelly is going to be in the whole season until the final episode. Whether or not if Lou survives by the end of that final episode is another matter, but she's definitely going to appear in Wentworth's final episode, and it's fantastic news, and of course she's going to be featured in a huge stunt. So I'm just wondering what's going to happen in this stunt. Also, I previously mentioned Lou, Rita and Ferguson all have a major stunt scene because they filmed early on in the season, or at least it was filmed early on before COVID happened. I'm not sure whether if they film all the episodes in chronological order, so this could appear at any stage in the season. Also, it's interesting that it says that Ferguson's trial is nearing its end. Now, I've got a feeling that Ferguson is going to get out of prison when her trial ends, and I think we are going to have some big episodes on the outside of the prison, and I have an awful feeling that Ferguson might even kidnap baby Grace. There's definitely going to be some showdowns, but I do think Ferguson will get caught and then brought back into prison, probably just as quick as she got out, and then she's gonna have nothing left to lose, and this is what might prompt Ferguson into having that big massive kitchen knife in the yard. Everything is piecing together nicely after the trailer review the other day, which, by the way guys, Michelle82478 on YouTube also did a huge trailer review over on her channel the other day, so if you haven't seen it yet, then please go over and take a look. It's amazing to see another trailer breakdown with a second pair of eyes on it, and Michelle absolutely nails it, and she also spotted a lot of things that I spotted, but there's also one or two things in there that I didn't spot, so make sure you head over, watch the video and give her a cheeky subscribe. Also guys, Foxtel posted this article today confirming who was talking in the background of that trailer. Now, I'm not going to read the full article word for word, I am going to leave the link underneath this video for you guys to read, but what they do confirm is that at the start of the trailer, the person talking about the path on that leads to war is actually B. Smith talking that line. Now, I've been trying to rack my brains and thinking which season did they take this from, but I can't remember it guys. Is this a line that's maybe going to appear in this final season? I think Ali might have a dream about B, and this is B telling Ali that the path that she's on this season will lead to war. I actually really hope that this is the case and Ali does have a dream about B, because I really want to see Ali and B back together one more time, even if it's only for a few moments and even if it is just a dream. What the article also confirmed is that it was Rita who was saying the line, "You should be more scared of me than you are of Lou." So I actually got that wrong in my trailer review because I thought it could have been Eve Wilder. So it is actually Rita Connors. This is very exciting because it's sounding like that Rita is going to be proper badass this year, and I can't flipping wait. Also guys, I have come to a conclusion on this that was in the trailer. You know, the hand coming out of the freezer? Well, I think it is Reb Keen and not Boomer, who I originally thought. I think this could be part of Reb's death scene in the first episode, and if you remember, Kate Box, who plays Luke Kelly, did say that this first episode is going to properly punch you in the guts. So I think Reb's death this year is going to be so brutal, so shocking, but also very sad. I don't think there is going to be a dry eye when this happens, especially if it's Lou that finds Reb's dead body. It's going to be very hard to watch. Anyway guys, what do you think about Lou Kelly's stunt double? Are you happy to know that she is going to make it to the final episode? And what do you think this stunt is going to entail? Let me know your thoughts in the comments box below. Okay guys, it's now time for some comment replies. So this is Liam Griffiths thanking everyone for their lovely comments on his video from yesterday. Thank you everyone for your amazing comments. This is the first time ever that I felt like I could relax and really be myself with Jenko. That's how gentle and kind she is. She definitely seemed that way, Liam. We've also got a few nice reviews here. So we got Sandy Kirk. What a great interview Kate and Liam did. A wonderful job. And we've got Michelle82478. Liam, this must have been so exciting for you. You looked so happy. Kate was so sweet and kind. I loved this virtual meet and greet. Yes, Liam, I enjoyed it as well. I watched it twice. So thank you, Liam, for letting me have that video and popping it onto the channel. And thank you to everyone who has left Liam some lovely comments. And we have Sin B. I think it sounds like Queen Bee saying, a lot of people we know will end up dead. I think they might show B in the last season either taken Ali with her or given Ali strength to continue their fight. Just my 2 cents. Yes, Sin B. Well, we've had confirmation from Foxtel in that article that it was Queen Bee saying that line. So I'm with you on this. I want to see a Bee appearance. This will just be the icing on the cake for what's going to be an amazing season. Thank you for your comment. And we have CD Shorty Girl. The voice saying that you should be more afraid of me than of Lou. I believe it's Rita. If I'm right, please do a shout out. Give me credit for a correct guess, lol. So anxious for this, holy cow. Well, here is your shout out, CD Shorty Girl. You were correct. Actually, a lot of you were correct. I actually got that one wrong. So credit to all of you guys out there. It is actually Rita saying that line, and she sounds terrifying. I can't wait. Thank you for your comment. Terry Weir. Hi Craig. Oh my god, the final season can't come quick enough after seeing that trailer. Looks like Mari's getting hung by Boomer. Yes, Terry, she is getting hung. But when I was doing the screen grabs for my trailer review the other day, I noticed that there was a second hand holding Mari up against the wall, and you can clearly see that it's a denim jacket and it's definitely Rita. So I have no idea what's going on. I've got a feeling that Ruby's gonna die and they are going to blame Mari. I think Mari getting hung won't be her death scene. Well, I actually really hope not, because otherwise that's a big major giveaway in the trailer. But anyway, Terry, thank you for your comment. And we have Crypt1CK3NTV. Hey Craig, please feature this comment in your next video. Do you think Mari will have a happy ending and get revenge on Ruby? Also, I think that Marie, Sheila and Ferguson will team up. Well, I'm not sure Mari's gonna get a happy ending, I will be honest with you. I think Mari will end up dead, but I'd like to see Mari die playing the hero. She's come a long way from season 6 as a grieving mother wanting revenge. I don't think she wants to hurt Ruby anymore. I think Mari has that poison for a whole other reason. Maybe she's going to try and poison Lou, I don't know. But I think Ruby is going to die and Mari will get the blame, and I believe that is why the women are going to be hanging her. I could be completely wrong, it could be something else, but this is what I think might happen. But I'm hoping that Mari won't die and the real killer will be revealed. And as for Mari, Sheila and Ferguson teaming up, I'm not 100% sure. I know Mari was actually quite kind to Ferguson last year when she had the Kath Maxwell personality, but things might change this year now that Ferguson is back to Ferguson. And with Sheila, I'm not 100% sure. I think Mari is a little bit wary of Sheila. I know they had a little bit of a conversation together privately last season, but I got a feeling that Sheila will double cross Mari if she had the chance. But anyway, thank you for your comment, and thank you all for your amazing comments. Some of you have come up with some fantastic theories that has really got me thinking, guys, so keep them coming. Okay guys, thank you all for sticking around until the end of the video. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, stay safe, and I'll see you all again very soon.